Okay, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon. Welcome to the first session of online internship and WBL preparatory workshop. So our speaker for today will be speaking on the topic writing effective cover letter and resume, interview skills, and also personal branding. We are very privileged to have with us Miss Hanis Anwar, the senior exec, PR and events from Grad1, who will be sharing with us her insight on the subject matters. So before we begin, allow me first to introduce our guest speaker. So Hanis graduated from the University Technology Mara, UiTM Puncak Perdana, specializing in information science and record management. So her journey in corporate events began in 2021, and she has vast experience in executing events across diverse sectors such as government agencies, GLC, and also NGOs. So her track record showcases not only her event management proficiency, but also her adeptness in handling diverse stakeholders with finesse. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us welcome Ms. Hanis Anwar.
Hello, hi everyone. Good afternoon. Of course, I would like to thank Taylors and also Che Cairo for inviting me for today's session. And I believe a lot of you guys will be here for the sessions to prep you guys before you guys going to the internship, right? So without further ado, I'm just gonna introduce myself again. My name is Hanis, and I'm a senior exec for the PR and events in Grad1. So I have done my sessions many times already with the Taylor students and of course with local and also private universities in sharing how to prepare yourself before you're going to the any work industries or internships or anything that related to going to a third party community. So how are you guys going to bring yourself first? So before that, I would like to introduce you what is Grad1, right? And what is Grad1? So how Grad1 connect you guys with employers? So first thing first, Grad1 is a platform where you guys we gonna help you guys to connect with companies and of course yourself, which is a talent. How we're going to do it is by doing Grad1 TV. We're going to have like a Grad1 camp like what we're doing right now, like a seminar, a webinar, or any like organize a career fair, like what is happening this weekend at KLCC. I'm going to tell more about this session at the end of the session. And of course, we do it like a companies inside where we're going to post like a videos in our YouTube channel. So we're going to share about working culture in Grad1. I mean, in other companies, be it GLC and also MNCs. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to share the screen for you guys. So I want this session to be informal and I want us to have like a two-way communications as well. So at the end of session, I'm hoping that some of you will ask questions regarding this session. Okay, all right. So I'm going to share you this screen. Okay, this is what I mentioned just now. We have our grad1.com where we're going to post a job posting there. So you guys can apply for any internship program or any fresh grad job or experience hire. So I must say grad1.com is a sustainability program where you guys going to apply for a job, be it you have a 10 years experience or whatnot. Okay. So of course, second, we have digital media where we're going to have our content team to capture the moments in working life culture in the companies. All right. And of course, events like what I did right now, we're going to have like a career coaching. And of course, we invite companies to your universities to organize their branding. Right. And then of course, we do have brand awards, the Grad1 brand awards. Okay. So on top of that, we do have, like this is what I mentioned, we do have a grad1.com where you guys can search what is in there. All right. And then this is the main topic that we're gonna go for, right? So first thing first, we're gonna talk about personal branding. Okay, so what is personal branding? Personal branding is a personal brand comprises your unique skills, your qualifications, and also personality. So we're gonna go in depth. What is unique skills that you guys need to have? So first thing first, you need to identify what is technical skills and also your soft skills. So your technical skills must consist of uh, things that you master at in any programming. For example, you go to any LinkedIn accounts that provide you some sort of like a programming. For example, where we're gonna have like a Microsoft Excel program, or you attend any like a seminar like this one, like a business branding, or anything that related to any program, for example, SQL or C++, something like that. All right. So these are the technical skills that you need to identify in you. Okay. What about soft skills? So soft skills, we are more talking about interpersonal skills. For example, you have communication skills, you have PR skills, organizations in terms of events, project management. So that is more on interpersonal skills, right? So what about qualifications? So qualifications is those programs that you join and get a certs, be it certs or be it e-certs. All right. Okay. What about personality? So I always ask students to know and identify what is the personality in you. So for example, you are a person who knows how to negotiate with a third party. So it shows that you are a person who knows how to communicate with the people. So that's the reason why I'm asking you guys to identify what is your to identify your personality is the time you attend for the interview, you know how to talk or articulate your storyline in front of your HR, you know? So that are the things that you need to master at. Okay, so whenever you know all these three skills, the companies knows and can see the ability that you can bring to the table. All right, so that is personal branding. Okay, then second, how can you start building your personal brand, and how you're going to do it is you have to know who you are. Okay, how you're going to start is you're going to start with your personality. You got to figure out what you're passionate about, what you're interested in. All right, this is what I mentioned. For example, you are interested in doing IT fields. So what are the IT fields that you can bring to that organization? So you need to articulate a storyline during the interview. Right, that is first. Second is you got to know your strengths and weaknesses. So how are you going to do it? So I always advise students to get your own like a blank paper, one empty paper, and you make like a cross line where you're going to put it like a strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and also threats. So you have 4 key points that you need to identify. So for example, you know how what is your strength. For example, your strength, you know how to do C++, all right, or any SQL or any programs, all right. So that is your strength. What about your weaknesses? So if let's say you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to build communications with a third party, so how are you going to overcome it? Maybe you can talk further or have a good discussion with your supervisor, something like that. Right? Okay, that is number 2. Okay, what about opportunity? So what are the opportunity that ahead of you that you can identify? For example, you get a chance to have an internship in Maxis, for example, or any telco companies or oil and gas companies as an IT specialist. So you need to jot down what is the potentials that you have. That is the opportunities that I mentioned. Okay, what about threats? So threats is something that you struggles or obstacles that you want to go in that field. For example, you don't have any patience or you don't have any like a some sort of like a skills that you want to build. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to overcome that? That's the reason why I ask students to have this kind of analysis. Okay, third one is one word that describes you best. The reason why I ask you to identify what one word that describes you best is whenever you go to any interview, some recruiters will ask you those kind of a tricky questions like tell us more about yourself that is not in the resume. So these are things that you need to master at. So you can tell that you are a person who knows how to organize an event, for example. So from there, you can articulate a storyline which brings the strength in you. For example, whenever you know how to do an events, you know how to negotiate, and also you know how to do PR. So that is the example that you can let the recruiters know what are the strengths that you have. All right. Okay. Second, how can you start building your personal brand? By growing your social footprint. So how you're gonna do that is you need to create profiles that reflect your patients on social networking platforms. Okay. How you're gonna do that is you can create any platforms in LinkedIn account, or you can create your profile in graduate.com as well, and also you can create your profile in our graduate app. So how you're gonna do this is you're gonna edit all your profiles in the platforms that I mentioned just now, and you start to promote yourself in the social media or any online platforms. So that's how you're gonna do it. All right. And then second is create a reputation and prepare to boost your performance. Okay, so how you're going to do that? You need to always be actively participate in any companies that share about their project work. For example, in LinkedIn, right? So they posted, for example, Petronas, they posted something on their LinkedIn account. So you need to always share and also try to comment something on their profile. So it will boost your performance and also your visibility. So I bet a lot of you have already has your own LinkedIn account. I think it's easy tools for you to communicate with the recruiters and easy for you to get a job. All right. All right. Third one is how can you start building your personal brand? Is you need to live your brand. Okay. How you're gonna do it is you don't initially buy into a brand, they buy into a person. So how you're gonna do it is usually whenever you go to any companies, it doesn't matter you are important in that company, but you still need to deliver a job. For example, you are someone's VIP, I must say, but then at the end of the day, you can't deliver a job, right? So that's the thing that the companies not look at. They actually buying into the results that you can deliver to that level. All right. And then second is your personal brand should follow you everywhere you go. So whenever you go to any companies, they know that what you can deliver and what you can bring to that company. All right. And then third one is it needs to be an authentic. So make sure that you be original as you can whenever you meet people, whenever you go to any departments. All right. These are things that very crucial. All right. Okay. What is the importance of personal branding? So first thing first is you need to define who you are first. So how you're going to define it is you need to know the personality that you can bring. All right. This is what I mentioned earlier on my slides, that you need to know what a personality that you can bring. All right. What about number two? So you need to become more visible, be it online or offline. All right. Okay, so how are you going to be more visible online, offline? You need to be more actively going to any engagement, physical engagement, be it physical or offline. All right, I mean of online. Okay, third one is you need to leave your mark. So whenever you go to any internship placement, if you go to like FGB or the big four companies, so all the things that whenever you go to internship, make sure you leave a very good mark. The reason why is that it might, if let's say the recruiters want to continue your contract or something like that, right? This is what I always advise to the students to always leave a very positive mark. So number four is build a trust and confidence. So make sure you build trust and confidence when wherever you go, be it offline or online, because at the end of the day, this is number five, people will start to find you. All right. If you have all these four, people will start to find you wherever you go. Right. All right. How to build your personal brand as a fresh grad? So first thing first, you need to create a very strong resume and CV. So do you know what is the difference between resume and CV? Is resume is the one that you create a very short resume where it consists only 1 to 2 pages. whereby CV, it only consists 8 or maybe more than 8 pages. All right. So what's the difference is that resume is for those you want to apply for a corporate work. So what about CV? CV is more focusing on those who wants to focus in educational line. For example, you want to be a lecturer or something like that. Because lecturer, you need to have a lot of like coursework that you need to present or anything that related to your project work. All right, that's the reason why your CV would be more longer compared to resume lah, right? So moving on with your how to build your personal brand by promoting yourself, but don't oversell. So you don't be overconfident whenever you promote yourself, because all these recruiters understand that you are only a fresh grad and they don't expect that you have experience for like people who has 5 to 6 years experience. So they always expect you that you are here to learn. All right. So be subtle, be humble, but at the same time, you are a person who eager wants to learn more. All right. So how you're going to promote yourself is by doing LinkedIn, career fairs, do any networking or any career engagement. So if you have any companies who want to do engage with any some sort of events with your faculty, so you just go and try yourself and build a small chats with all these companies lah. All right, because at the end you will know how to do networking. All right. Okay, third one is be consistent, show up and share. So be consistent in sharing and also be visible whenever you do it online or offline. Whenever you go to LinkedIn, you need to always be actively participate, be actively comments or likes or something like that. Okay, what about share? So share all your thoughts, share all your insecurities or any questions that you want to ask to this companies, because at the end of the day it shows that you are a very serious candidate. All right, so this is what I mentioned just now. Share useful content, all right, in social media with any niche you choose to be in. Stick to it and be consistent. Okay. Sorry. All right, the fourth one is build relationship. Okay, I always advise students whenever you want to apply for internship, don't you ever start at the end of the day. For example, you want to apply for internship. Sorry, if your internship, for example, is next month, so you only get a chance to promote yourself today. Actually, it is a wrong thing for you to do, because it takes some time for you to build relationship with these companies. For example, your internship should be early next year. So you need to know where you want to go, what companies you want to apply to, and also you need to know your target audience. I mean, your target recruiters. So how you're going to do it is you need to connect with them very early, right? So they start to know your existence. Okay, from there you start building your confidence, building the trust within you and also the recruiters. All right. So as you know your audience, future employers, start connecting with them today. All right. Okay, next we have professional grooming. So what is professional grooming? So professional grooming is an act of improving and caring for your own body and appearances. Okay, proper grooming and professional appearance are important to gain not just positive impression, but also respect in the workplace. So professional grooming is actually a very hot topic and also a general topic, I must say, because some of the students actually they don't um, dive into this kind of topic and follow all these kind of rules. All right, so this is very crucial because this is the first impression that you're gonna flaunt yourself in front of the recruiters. Okay, how you're gonna do that is, and also why is the grooming very important, is it enhances your personality. That's number one. All right, how it enhances your personality is by the way you dress up. All right, it shows that um, you are very good in your dressing and also how you talk, how you bring yourself. So it enhances your personality. Second, it makes you unique from others. The reason why I tell you it is unique from others is because whenever you go to any career fair, there will be at least more than 10 or 20 resumes that all these companies will get. All right, same position, all right? So you have many competition. So it makes sure that you have the different criteria, you have a different unique from others candidate, all right? So that's the reason why you need to step up when it comes to your grooming appearances. All right. Okay, third is it makes you confident than others. So whenever you feel neat, you feel like you wear something that brings you confidence, it actually shows. Okay, the way you talk, the way you walk. All right. Okay. Grooming tips for men. So I'm going to share with you a bit of the what is grooming tips for men that you can actually get from here. So let's just play a video.
So you've got the phone call that you've been expecting, and you've booked in an interview later this week. Apart from your mental preparations, you'll never get a second chance to make a first impression. Here are some tips on how you should dress for that job interview. A job interview is a formal appointment, and therefore the attire has to match. No caps, jeans, flip-flops, sneakers, and please, no t-shirts. Putting on a blazer won't make up for all these things. Choice of clothing aside, it's always important to appear clean, neat, and presentable. Don't walk into the interview room with a dirty shirt, uncombed hair, or sloppy appearance. You can never go wrong with a crisp white shirt and neatly pressed slacks. Some things are best played safe. Hi, my name is Waki. How are you?
All right, that is for men. Okay, what about women? So let's just play a video.
Congratulations, you are, sorry, what? Oh, no, okay, sorry.
Camera rolling. Sound speed. And action.
What you wear is going to help to determine your first impression, and we have some tips that you can follow. Opt for soft colors that are easy on eyes, such as pastel or neutral colors such as white, gray, and navy, as this looks professional on you. The interviewer will spend a good amount of time looking at your face, so make sure you have a right amount of makeup on for a simple and polished look. Remember, soft colors are your best friend. When meeting with anyone, especially your potential new employer, it is important to always appear neat and clean. Make sure your clothes are well ironed and there aren't any stains on your clothes before walking into the interview room. Having all that bling will most definitely have the interviewer remember who you are, but probably for the wrong reasons. If you are going to have any accessories at the interview, keep it simple and not too flashy. Avoid flip-flops, stilettos, or sneakers. Instead, opt for comfortable closed-toe shoes that are of a neutral color. Now you are all ready for that interview. Good luck!
All right, that is one of the example for what you can wear during our career fairs or interviews or something like that. All right, so we're moving on with networking. Okay, networking usually involves meeting new people who share a profession, industry, or interests, and also involves exchanging ideas and also information between these individuals. So how you're going to do networking is you're going to go to any career fairs that is happening, which is this weekend. I'm going to talk further on this at the end of the session. Okay, and then we also have networking events and virtual career engagement, webinars, seminar, or linking. All right. So these are things that I mentioned to you repeatedly. So you get to know the idea, how you guys gonna do networking, how you're gonna dress up. So these are things that you need to be alert, right? Okay, why is networking is important, right? It often comes down to one keyword, which is referral, but then there are reasons of networking. First thing first, it involves information exchange, all right? That's number one. Number two, it builds relationships as well, all right? And then third, it improves soft skills and also social well-being. And it increases visibility and boosts your confidence. So whenever you go do networking, it actually boosts your confidence in building a small chats. Okay, that's number one. So and also on top of that, it improves your soft skills in communicate with people, or also if you are say you are the introvert person, right? So it improves your social well-being as well, right? That's the reason why networking is so much important for you guys, especially for young talents like you guys, right? And then this can make you stand out from the crowd and even help you land your dream job at the end of the day, right? Okay, first thing first is what the networking tips that you need is you need to study at very early, right? That's number one. Okay, number two, you need to map out what you like to share and also talk with all these recruiters. So you need to know and identify it, all right? So I always advise students building a small chats with recruiters. It will lead you to what you want to be. For example, you go to any career fairs, you start doing a small chats with the recruiters, and that's when you get the idea how to talk, how to share, right? These are things that it comes in a long way. All right. Third is work on your body language. So you need to work on your body language as well. So how are you going to sit whenever you meet with the recruiters? How are you going to talk with the recruiters? Is it slouch? Are you confident enough to say or be or do an eye contact? Something like that. All right. Number four is never dismiss anyone as unimportant. So this is what I always mention to all the students. Always be respectful towards your friends or your other department or your lecturers, because we will never know when, for example, let's say your friends will get a job for you, or let's say your friends is your colleague or your friends is your client. So make sure that you treat everyone equally and respect each other. All right. Okay. Moving on is number five. Forget your personal agenda and be open to things beyond your personal gains. Right. So make sure you, whenever you go to any companies, focus only one goal, which is the organization goals. So forget all the personal agenda whenever you go do your internship. All right. That's number five. Okay, how to start your networking in the post-pandemic. So I believe that most of the students, it's kind of hard for you guys to apply for a job during these tough times. I mean, after PKP, after COVID happens, it's quite hard to find a very good candidate also from the recruiter's perspective. So how are you going to stand out yourself? So of course, you go to any LinkedIn. This is what I mentioned just now. So go do any LinkedIn such platforms. All right, create your own profile. So how you're going to create your profile is you need to have an updated LinkedIn profile. All right, make sure your name must be a professional name. All right. Okay. Second is use a professional photo. Okay, not only upper body angle. So don't put all your body angle. For example, your head to toe. All right. So don't do that. So what you're going to do is only upper body angle and also your head. All right. Third is share your unique professional story through experience, share your skills, and also share your education section juga. All right. So fourth is join other conversations on their post by commenting, liking, reacting, or reposting in their account. For example, if let's say you want to post some, if you want to interact with recruiters from Petronas, so maybe you can just start be visible by commenting, all right, liking, reacting, or reposting, all right. Okay. And then fourth is treat your LinkedIn profile as your second resume or your working resume. For example, if you go anywhere, any engagement, at least all these recruiters will get your username, and also you can exchange your LinkedIn account with the recruiters. All right. And also, of course, go to any career fair and any networking events. Okay, be it offline or online. All right. So secure your seats whenever you go any online or physical fair, because we will never know. Sometimes some companies will like to have a very intimate events. So that's how they look for candidates or any potential candidates to hire them. Right. All right. So we do have our career fairs happening this weekend. So we would like to share more about how we can help you get the internship programs or any like fresh grads job. So how we're going to do it is that this weekend we're going to have Graduate Career Fair, Graduate Aspire Career Fair happening on the 25th and 26th of May, all right, from 11 a.m. until 6 p.m. So of course you can ask your friends or your family to come over, and it's only free of charge. So we don't charge any events to any students or any public. So it opens to all. So I'm gonna play how the atmosphere in Graduate Aspire 23.
Hanis, there's no sound for the video. Hanis, can you hear me? There's no sound for the video. Hanis, sorry, you're muted, and there's no sound for the video as well. Sorry, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, can.
All right. So can I try share again?
Yeah, yes, please.
Is it?
Yeah, okay. Maybe you can put it to full screen. Yeah, okay.
The journey thus far has been really exciting for us. I remember the first time doing Graduate Aspire in 2011.
Oh Lord. Can it play?
With all your friends, look for jobs that can give you personal satisfaction.
Okay, let me just refresh it a bit.
The journey thus far has been really exciting for us. I remember the first time doing Graduate Aspire in 2011.
With all your friends, look for jobs that can give you personal satisfaction.
All right, I believe that is about our Garden Aspire happening this weekend. So of course we do it bigger compared to any other career fairs because we are having more than 80 companies on that session. So if you have any questions about the career fair or Garden Aspire or any personal branding that you want to ask, maybe we can open for Q&A first before we go to other topics.
Yeah. So thank you, Hanis, for your sharing. So now, as mentioned by our guest speaker, we would like to invite all of you to raise your questions regarding the topic and also regarding the upcoming career fair that will be organized by Grad One. So you can mute on, sorry, you can unmute yourself, or you can also use the meeting chat function. Then I will read the question for Ms. Hanis.
Yeah.
Can you give us the link to the upcoming, the career fair?
Career fair.
So that,
Me?
yeah.
Yeah,
Like a
I think
link so
I'll
that we
just
can like
right.
know
I
about
think
it.
I'll just drop it in the chat box so you guys can see.
Okay. Also, can you also repeat the part about the, like our own SWOT analysis? Just like a short summary, just one more time.
Sorry, I can't seem to hear you very clearly. Sorry, the second question?
I meant
Yeah,
to
Amra, can you
say,
repeat your question?
I meant to say that, can you just repeat the SWOT analysis? Like you said, we have to do our own
Right.
SWOT analysis. Can you just repeat that one more time? Just summary of it, just a very short version.
Right. Okay, sure. Okay. Wait, hold on. I'm just gonna share you the link to our Garden Aspire. So all you need is to just register yourself before the event. So how are you gonna register yourself? I'm gonna share the screen first before we go to your second question. So I'm gonna share about the Aspire. All right. So whenever you type in, I've already put the link in our chat box. So you can go to gradan.com/aspire. So this is the website that it will land you to this website. All right. So basically, this is the banner, and also this is the video that I showed to you just now. And also what to expect during that time is we also have applied to feature jobs. Okay, you can apply any be it internship or fresh grads job or management training or experience hire. So it we open to all right. And of course, we do have network with employers and peers, so you can do networking there and grab their username or LinkedIn account. Okay, that's number 2. Okay, number 3 is you get a chance to secure on the spot interview sessions, depending if let's say the companies really want you, so they will arrange for an interview on the spot, right? Okay, and then the fourth one is sneak peek of a corporate culture, where we're going to have a live podcast during that session, where we only open for a few slots or few seats for students. So if you want to participate in this session, we have the Aspire Lounge at the end of the career fairs. The venue is still same, but it's at the end of the at the end of the hall. Right? So we open the hall from 3 until 5 halls. Right? 3, 4, and 5 hall. Right? And then this is the itinerary for both days. So on 25th of May, we have this for the live podcast. We have opening ceremony at 10, and then we have welcoming address from our CEO, right, Mr. Nabil Mary, and also a keynote address from Puan Ilya Talib, founder of Grad1 as well. And also we have many things happening from all of these companies. They're going to share more about the podcast. I mean the topics that are related to this topic lah. And then 26 is the forum 3 and also forum 4. You can see everything in gradon.com/aspire. All right. And then we go down a bit. This is the exhibitors that will be there. This is the participating companies. Right. You can see a lot of companies start to coming up all together. So we have more than 80 companies actually. All right. So this is the registration button. You can go to register, or you can just click on the RSVP here, register now. All right. Okay, that's that. So I'm going to stop sharing, and we're going to go to your second question, which is the SWOT analysis. So you asked me to repeat again, right? To repeat the SWOT analysis. So SWOT analysis. So we have SWOT, we have strength. W will be weaknesses, and also opportunities will be O, and also T is the threats. So strength is the one that you already have and you already mastered and you want to develop more. So you can do that, pick on the blank paper, do like a cross T, and then you can jot down strength, weaknesses, opportunity, or threats. Right? So you need to identify what is your strength that you can master at. For example, you master in C++, or you master in any programming, for example, SQL, right? Microsoft 360, for example. All right. So that's the thing that you need to jot it down for a strength, right? For the weaknesses, you need to jot down what are things that you don't have or you want to develop. For example, you don't know how to communicate, right? So how are you going to develop this kind of skills? So how are you going to think yourself? How are you going to do PR, right? So maybe perhaps you can talk with the lecturers, or maybe you can go to any small engagement or any intimate events, for example. So it shows that you wants to learn how to talk in front of people, right? So that is weaknesses. So that is example of weaknesses. And then we also have opportunities where you gonna know what you can have on the table. For example, you are in IT fields, right? So you want to apply as a IT specialist at any telco or any oil and gas companies. So actually, you can put it there. What are things that you can do, and also where you want to be, right? So these are things to jot down, right? But what about threats? So threats are things that you struggles to go to that fields. For example, you want to be the IT specialist. So what are the struggles that you face? For example, you don't know how to do this certain of a programming that they need. So how are you going to do that? Right? Maybe you have to go classes or any online programming. So these are things that I mentioned to you just now. Okay. that is SWOT analysis. I hope this answer your questions. Right? Do we have any candidates who would like to ask questions? All right. Sheikh Karil, I'll just read it through, right?
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
So one has mean, so is it required to attend both days of the Graduate Aspire Career Fair? All right, actually it doesn't require you to attend both days. You can come either one or either Saturday or Sunday, okay? Whichever that you want to go lah. But I guess if you want to get hype, you can come on the Saturday because Saturday is the first day. So you get to see all employers are very like spiritually like want to give all they can, you know. So let's just try on this first day. And on top of that, we do have Sunday. We also have Aspire Race. It's like an Explore Race, and we only open it for a few candidates only, right? Okay. Do you have
someone raise their
hand?
Someone raised hand just now to ask question.
We have it in the chat box. Can we get the link for the presentation slide later? Unfortunately, no, we don't share these slides to the second party. I'm so sorry. We have someone who raised your hand. So
yeah,
you can unmute.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself and ask question directly to Miss Hanis. It will not be necessary for you to use the meeting chat. You can just speak directly to Miss Hanis.
Yeah.
Okay, question from Billy. What are employers looking for in a student as an employee? Will inexperience be a big hindrance?
All right. So it is a good question. All right. So basically, all right. So I've had few recruit. I mean, we also a recruiter because I also have interviewed many candidates already because we want to get our juniors to come in and join us. So what is the potential candidates that we see is someone who really wants to learn, right? That's number one. Number two is the one who put effort in making things happen. All right, that's number two. Number three is the one who own their project work. All right, ownership is very important when it comes to work or any task. So whenever you go to any companies, of course they want to see the results, right? Okay, because if you guys can see nowadays, they have a lot of working from home culture. That the reason why we're doing it is because of course we want to have like a a balanced life, you know, so some sort of like that. But of course, at the same time, we trust all these employers to deliver a good results as well. So that's the main purpose of overall goals. All right. So of course, employers looking for a student who really determined to do their job, really put their effort into it, willing to learn, not just like sit there and just know nothing. All right. So of course, we want to have students who have a minimal supervision. All right. So knows how to think. All right. So of course, if you don't know, we can just ask. Don't just make your own decision. So that's the candidates that we look for actually. Right. I hope I answer your question, Billy. Do you have other questions? You can just unmute and ask me.
Okay, can we have a few more questions from students? So you can use this opportunity to ask Ms. Hanis about preparation for the interview, what would make the good resume, because you have to start applying for your internship and WBL. Okay, so it's good for you to get as many knowledge as possible from the industry, because you have to understand that it'll be a competition between you and students from other learning institution. Okay, so
Yeah.
if you don't start early, students from other universities, from other colleges will definitely take your spot, and then you will get into trouble to find the position that suits your academic qualification. Okay.
Correct.
So as mentioned by Hanis, yeah, Grad1 Aspire Career Fair is one of the platform that student can apply for the conventional internship. For WBL, it's a bit difficult because of the requirement by the faculty that you need to use a Taylor's Career Portal, but no harm of attending the career fair, build up your network, okay, knowing the industry people as a preparation before you start looking for your full-time employment. So for conventional internship, definitely you can use this opportunity, yeah, to apply for your position. I mean, for your internship position.
All right. I think we have 2 questions in chat box.
Yeah.
All right. Abrar, can I use the events or competitions that I did from my home country as part of my resume or all university level? All right, good question. Yes, you can use any events or any competitions that you went through, and also, of course, if it's relatable to the job positions that you want to apply to, of course, you can put it inside your resume. Right? Good question. Okay, we move on to the second question is cheat snow. All right. Okay, what should we do or say if we are met with a question that stumps us in an interview? I mean, if you, of course, we don't want to hear I don't know answer. All right. So if you don't know what to answer to that interviewer, of course, I always ask students, this here's a tip. All you need to tell the recruiters is just, as far as I know, this is what I know. For example, if they ask you a tricky questions, you can answer it back based on your personal point of view. But at the same time, you will check with this kind of topic if I get a second chance for a second interview. So it shows that you are keen to this position. So you need to know how to articulate a storyline whenever you go to interview and try to be more keen to be the candidates. So that's how you answer the questions. So back again, I'm going to remind you, you can always answer based on your personal point of view. And of course, you will check back with once we have a second interview, and we will be happy to share it with the recruiters on the second interview lah, or second meet, something like that. All right. I hope this answers your question, Abra. Do you have any other students who would like to ask about personal branding or the career fair? I'm more than happy to answer it because it's kind of hard for Encik Khairul to bring us together, you know. So I'll be more happy to lead you guys and also answer some of the questions that based on the company's perspective, you know.
Yeah, maybe I can ask you this question, Hanis. When the student apply for their internship in WBL,
sorry, WBL stands for?
Sorry, WBL is work-based learning, sorry.
All right.
Work-based learning is a longer internship. So basically, we always tell the student, I mean, career spaces, even we provide the guideline, we always tell the student, okay, don't just simply apply, don't just simply send the application. So how long should the student wait until they do the follow-up? Yeah, call up or follow up with the company. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So basically, here's a tips. Okay. So if you can see in the LinkedIn job position, there's a lot of, for example, if let's say, for example, Petronas open positions, like so many positions that they are looking at. So it may take not more time for them to look at, because they open many positions and they really want to look for a candidate as fast as they can. So that is number one. So number two, if there's a situation that they only open for like only 2 or 3 positions one time only, so how are we going to follow up, and when are the right time for us to follow up? So I always advise students, whenever you want to follow up, don't just today you got interview, tomorrow you want to follow up. No, it doesn't work like that, because we have so many resumes, and I believe they also receive thousands of resumes. This week I had a session with PwC at UKM. All right, I'm going to share a bit of story. All right, they shared with us they received a resume like more than 20 in a day. Imagine they receive 500 candidates in a day, right? So it may take them sometimes to look through your resume. So they only actually take some time for them to look through your resume, only less than 6 seconds. Okay, that's how they see your resume, right? So that's another session we're gonna do, how they're gonna see your, how we're gonna write a proper resume. So back to the topic is that how you're gonna follow up. Today you got interview, so next week 5 or 6 working days, then you can only email them, right? So that is only email. So if they don't answer to you, all right, try to give a call after 3 to 6 days, working days, after you email them, right? So give them something like 2 weeks. All right. So I hope this answer your question, Mr. Cairo. Okay, let's move on to question in the chat box.
I think Abra sent another question. For personal branding, what aspects of ourselves do you want us to share with the employer? Only professional side of ourselves, or also a bit of our personal passions as well? Yeah.
All right. Okay. Good question, Abra. Okay. Basically, of course, they want to know the professionalism that you can bring to the table. And of course, you can only go for 10% of your personal patients during the interview session, because they want to see that these students have a life outside from your career. For example, you go do hiking, or you go do cafe hunting. It shows that you are an adventurous person, and also it can also lead you to be your personality will be the adventurous person, and it shows that you can bring your adventurous attitude in that company. So that's how they determine you as who you are based on your hobbies. All right. So of course, to answer your question, yes, you can share a bit of your personal passions, right? Okay. So move on to the next question. Hi, I already checked many companies, but most of them just accept Chinese or Malaysian. Less opportunities for international student like me. They ask for Mandarin or Bahasa language. What can I do? All right. Okay. Mehbod. Okay. So I don't know how to pronounce your name, but okay. So actually, GLC and also MSCs in our career fair, there also some of the companies also, they are recruiting international students. So I give you one of the example that I did outreach program before with this one company, which is Maxis. Okay, maybe you can try Maxis. Maxis also are recruiting international students like you. Okay, all right, you can try any, you can come to our Aspire Career Fair and see your potentials and try to build a small chats with them. Are they hiring international students? Okay, because they have like 80 companies or more than 80 companies there. So you try to seize your chance in our Garden Aspire. Right?
Thank you, Hanis. Can we have maybe one last questions?
Yep. Before we move to the next topic.
New message. Okay, from
If we
Billy
don't, maybe we
Taslim.
can we can move on to the next topic.
We
and
have one
it's made-
question. How do employers view there are two more. Okay. How do employers view participation certificates from seminars or
All
etc.?
right. Okay. So basically, how the employers view your certificates is based on um, the relevancy with the job positions that you applied to. For example, you are applying for an IT specialist, right? So you need to be uh, more extravagant when it comes to IT certs, something that related to IT. So of course they will look through it. All right. Okay. Abrar, do you think doing internship on a big company is worth it, or do you think we should go to a smaller company so we can gain the skills more personally with the employer? All right, good question. So Abrar, basically it depends. Okay, so I always ask students, it depends on what you want to go for. For example, if your big company is far from your house and it's quite hard for you to go to that office or that company, so it's kind of hard for you to commit. So of course, the smaller company that which is near to your house is much more better. So it depends. You have to see in a bigger picture. And of course, at the same time, if you're willing to learn, like when it comes to learning skills or you want to learn more, of course, I would suggest you go for a big company. But I also can't deny that small company are currently like for example, the startup companies, right? So you get to learn more in the small companies actually. So again, it depends on what are the commitments that you have at the moment. So if your house is much more nearer, of course, you go for something that benefits you well, right? So it depends. Okay, last question. If I join competitions but did not win, is it worth putting it on the resume? For me, that is not your achievement. Maybe you can articulate this storyline during your interview, saying that you are very active students, right? So it shows that you are very active in participating any competitions, right? I hope this helped. Maybe we can go to a next topic, and at the end of the topic, we can still answer your questions lah, if you have any questions. All right, let's go. Okay. All right, so first thing first, we're gonna go with, okay, this is our second topic, which is successful resume writing. So we're gonna have a Q&A at the session, okay? At the end of the session, so you can just ask anything at the end of the session lah, right? So without further ado, we're gonna start our second topic, which is successful resume writing. So this is what we're doing. We are from grade 1, so this one we passed through already. So first thing first, okay, have you prepared your selling kit, which is your resume or CV? So I bet you guys have already, like most of you guys already prepared, or maybe you guys want to have like some sort of a minor changing when it comes to your resume, something like that. All right. So what is resume and what is CV? I think this is the one that I mentioned to you just now, but we just go through together. All right. A resume is a 1 to 2 page document presenting key facts about you, okay, from your work experience and also your background. For example, your education background or something, your education, something like that. So we're gonna go deeper about that later on. All right. So second is a CV. It's a longer document that details the whole course of your career. All right. This is what I mentioned. It consists of more than 10 pages. Okay. And then the third one is a resume is used for job search, a CV for academic purpose. So this is what I mentioned. A resume is more onto like a corporate wall. CV is more onto like academic purpose. All right. So these are the guidelines on the resume writing. So what are the guidelines is first thing first, you need to choose your template and of course your font must be 11 to 12 only, all right, not more than that. And also, and of course, your template color should be 2 colors, all right, not more than that, of course. And then the second one is compile all your information together, all right, and then know your strengths and weaknesses. So this is what I mentioned on my previous topic. You need to know your strengths and also your weaknesses whenever you write down your resume, right? Okay, the fourth one is your resume should be in the first person, but leave out the pronoun I. So for example, I am a reliable individual. So you need to change it or tweak it a bit to a reliable individual. So don't start with the I am, okay? And of course, you need a cover letter to attach together with your resume or your CV, all right? And then this is the example of resume that you can do, all right? So actually there's no right or wrong in the template itself. But of course, like what I mentioned just now, you need to keep it simple and direct, okay? So most of the students ask, do we need to put pictures? Actually, you don't need to put picture, but if you insist to put it, and of course you can insert your photos. Okay, that is for the photos, and we're gonna go deeper a bit. So we have the names, the job title, all right, the positions, and also a bit of your profile, for example, your email, your LinkedIn URL, and your phone number, okay? And also don't put your very lengthy address, all right? I'm going to show you later on what are things that you don't need to put. Okay, and then moving on with your profile a bit, only like 2 to 3 sentences only, not more than that. And then we have education, skills, language, and experience. We also have extracurricular activities, right? And then we also have personal details about yourself. This is what I mentioned just now. You have your own full name, you have your job profession, right? Your contact details, for example, your phone number, email address, LinkedIn profile link. And also, if let's say you have any portfolio link that you want to put or insert together, you can just put it in the CV or resume. All right, we're moving on to a career objective. Okay, so we have resume introduction, summary about you. So this is what I mentioned, only 2 to 3 sentences only. Okay. And then we also have an education background. So we have an education background. You need to list it of education history from the newest to the oldest. For example, you are currently studying at Taylor's. So from which year to what year? All right. And then follow up with your diploma or your SPM. Okay. And then moving on with your extracurricular activities. So same, we need to list of curricular activities and volunteering from newest to the oldest. Start with your project or activity, name, duration, and results. So is it a good result or not? All right. So of course, don't show your not so good result lah. All right. Okay. Moving on with the skills. So we need to know your hard skills or your soft skills. So for example, your technical skills and also your language. And then we're moving on with additional section is your awards and also your achievement, your certificates, your license, academic honors, or something like that, right? Okay, we're moving on with your career objective. This is the one that I mentioned just now about your only 2 to 3 sentences only. Okay, mention your qualification or experience. And then second is describe your traits and the role you would like to play. And the third one is it emphasizes on how you can help the company. All right, you need to know what are the personality skills or skills that you can contribute to that company. All right. Okay, and then professional experience. Okay, list of a work experience from newest to oldest. For example, your internship or be a part-time job that you are currently in, or any contracts. Okay, if you are in any contracts or any employers that will hire you for a contract basis, you can put it on the resume. And of course, your experience related to your background as well. Okay, so start with your company name. Okay, this is the company name. Okay, the SYZ Foods and Rubberhut. And then follow up with the position, for example, your social media executive, all right? And then your job scope. Okay, this is the job scope that we mentioned. Only few bullets that you need. No need to very lengthy. Okay. All right, things to avoid in resume writing is self-rated skills. So this is the things that you need to focus on. Avoid doing this kind of graph or bullet. So don't use your Canva template that has this kind of thing. All right. Okay, what you're gonna do is you need to rephrase it to a beginner, intermediate, proficient, or advanced. Okay. Okay, what you're gonna do, what you don't need to do is too much personal information. First thing first is avoid your full, your full address, right? So you can always change it to a very direct address, right? And then your don't put your race, your status, your birthday, your likes. You don't need to put your personal information. So this is the things that you can, this example that you can look for lah, right? So third one is lengthy resumes and also vogue action words. So what you can do is usage of stringy sentences. For example, responsible for streamlining inventory to minimize product supplies, where you can minimize it to streamline inventory to minimize product supplies. So make sure you direct and make sure it brings result as well. All right. Fourth is spelling and also grammar errors. So these are things that are very crucial. So you need to focus at this point. Maybe you can ask your supervisors, your lecturers to help with your grammar, right? And also, I believe there's so many systems that you can use or AI to help you out with your grammar errors. All right, resume that is too academic. So for example, you tell a very deep about your education purpose, right? So don't do that. What you can do is it includes involvement with clubs and societies inside, outside the universities. That's that, and highlight the related course only, right? And then shows leadership role in various organizations. And then a cover letter. So a cover letter is a one-page document that you submit with your resume to express your interest. So these are things that you can learn. I'm going to show you the example of cover letter that you can write. So you can actually go and search it on LinkedIn profile as well. I mean, go to any LinkedIn account and see what are the examples that you can see. All right. Cover letters are not always required when applying to a job, but many companies use them to evaluate your skills and experience. Of course, whenever you give out your cover letter, whenever they read it through, they already know that you are right candidate or not. It is actually a first impression, right? And third one is to maximize your chances of getting an interview, you need a well-written cover letter that makes a strong, positive first impression. This is what I mentioned just now. Cover letter is your first impression. Right? Moving on is how to write a good cover letter. First thing first is a date, right? Second is a company address, okay? And then attention grabbing opening paragraph. Also, you need to explain why you want to apply for the position and why you qualified for the job, right? And then connect your experience to the company's needs and end with a convincing closing statement and also polite sign off, right? Okay, so this is the example of a cover letter. Right? So you can see here, they write down the date, the name of the companies, and then also with who he or she refers to, and also this is the cover letter lah, right? So this is an example. So you need to put on the company address and contact information here, all right? And then attention grabbing paragraph, okay? And then we're moving on with the reasons to why you are qualified for the position, right? And then connect experience to company's needs. So you can see here. And of course, last but not least, convincing closing statement and follow-up remark. So of course, whenever you go to, whenever you apply for a job, of course, you want to follow up the remark lah, right? All right, and then a polite sign off, sincerely, Amelia Abdullah. All right. Okay, so I'm going to show you what are the other alternatives for you to apply for a job, which is a video resume. So how you're going to do that is, why do you need video resume? And here's why. First thing first, it supports a written resume. Of course, written resume is never enough, right? So you need to show your capability in presenting yourself. Second is it highlights your interpersonal and presentation skills. All right. So third is show your confidence and your personality. Okay. And then fourth is useful for jobs that require specific skills. Okay. And then moving on with before tips on make a good video resume is do your research. Okay. Decide on the format and prepare a script. Okay, and then make it relevant to your specific audience and dress appropriately. Of course, I always ask students whenever you do a video resume, you need to dress appropriately, right? Be it you do it in online or offline. Of course, you need to dress appropriately because you want to show the yourself to the recruiters. Okay, and then keep your surrounding quiet, tidy, and well lit, and record with the best quality possible. Last but not least, keep it short. Okay, nothing over 2 minutes, otherwise it gets bored. Okay, second is during. Tips on to make a good video resume is be professional and confident, right? And then second, talk about points that someone might miss on your written resume. Third is be ready with historical situational type of questions. Know your words. Take the chance to show off your talents and skills. Okay, and have fun and be yourself, let your personality shine. All right, so make sure whenever you want to articulate a storyline when in front of the camera, make sure you have fun and be yourself and let your personality shine at the end of the session. All right, okay, after tips on make a good video resume is you need to rewatch again what you have filmed and also re-record it necessary. All right, and then make sure to edit your video for conciseness. But I believe all of you know how to edit your own videos. All right, okay. Third is get the right equipment. For example, I think this is a basic thing: your camera, your audio, your lighting. Right? Okay, and then last is here's the no in generating a video resume. Okay, first, don't start unprepared. Okay, do not simply recite your written resume or video. Okay, and then keep your personal life off camera. So make sure this is what I mentioned, don't over exaggerate your storyline, don't overshare your personal life, right? Avoid curse words and slang. I think this is very basic for you guys to know, right? Keep your cool, don't be over expressive. Okay, keep your cool, be humble, be subtle, right? And then I'm gonna show you the example of the video resume that you can learn how to do from here lah. Right? Let me know if the sounds is not there. So I'm gonna play first.
There's no sound, Hanis.
Sorry, this was. Let me just stop sharing.
Still no sound. So Hanis, you are muted.
Why am I muted? Right. Can we try again? Because maybe I muted just now.
Hi, my name is Wafi, and I believe you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take.
Is it clear?
Yep.
I graduated from the International Islamic University Malaysia in 2018 from the Department of Communication. specializing in journalism. During my time studying, I was involved in a number of different student societies, including the campus newspaper, radio, the Secretariat of Communication, and the Institution of Public Relations Malaysia Student Association. All these societies strengthened my leadership and public speaking skills and made me a more holistic student. Being a member of different sports teams, including athletics and rowing, also helped me become more disciplined and goal oriented.
Apart from the skills mentioned, I'm also proficient in a number of different applications, including Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe After Effects, Adobe Premiere, and of course, Microsoft Office. I feel that my skills will be of value to your esteemed organization, and I look forward to being part of your dynamic working culture. You can reach me via email here or visit my online portfolio here. I look forward to hearing from you soon.
All right. I think that's that at the end of the session. Okay, I think this is we cover pretty much. So I guess we can open for a Q&A. We only have like maybe less than 30 minutes.
Yeah, we can have another, the second part of Q&A. So student, if you have a further question, please feel free to unmute yourself, or you can also use the meeting chat function. You can also raise your hand and ask question directly to Hanis. I think while waiting for student to share the question, let us have a quick group photo, Hanis. Okay, so student, we will take a group photo with Hanis. So I would appreciate every one of you to turn on your camera. We will have a quick group photo session before we move to the Q&A. I need a few more students on the screen so that I can take the photo. Wait for a few more students. Okay, so please make sure that you check your background. Make sure you have enough lighting so that we can capture your photo properly. Joyu, I can't see you on the screen. Maybe you can check your camera. Okay, we have enough number of students on the screen, so let's have a quick group photo. At the count of 1, 2, and 3, smile. Just give me a second. Yeah. Okay. Let me still okay. Okay, yeah, got it. Yeah, thank you everyone for your cooperation. Okay, so let's have a quick Q&A session before we wrap up our session for today. Any question at the meeting chat? Attendance will be taken up before we end the session, yeah? The attendance for the workshop today.
So do you students have any questions regarding our personal branding, or our next topic is how to write a resume writing. So if you have any questions, I'm open to it to answer your question.
So far, there's no, okay. From Abra again, okay, how do we know when to give a video resume?
All right. Thank you. So usually, how do we want to give out? When do we want to give a video resume? Is when you want to attach um, your email. I mean your resume, and of course, in LinkedIn account, we can actually insert your video resume at the session where you can insert and upload your video resume. And of course, from our end, we also have Grad1 app where we provide a platform where you can insert your video in there. So that's that we can only allocate for a certain numbers of files that you can insert. So you can actually insert during the email and also second during the Grad1 app. Okay, so try yourself and upload it. Do you have any other question? Do you have any other students who would like to ask questions other than Abra? See, Abra, you are very active students. Thank you. Right? How long do you want the video resume to be? So like I mentioned, not more than 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, less than 2 minutes. Do you have other questions?
If there's no further question, oh, okay. Yeah, another question from Abra.
Yeah. Abra, is it appropriate to upload the video resume even if they do not ask for it? Yes, of course, you can always sell yourself. Okay, that's the purpose of sending your resume. So, of course, you can send it before they ask. It shows that you are very serious candidate. Right?
Okay, if there's no further question, thank you so much, Anis, for spending your time with our students today. So all the best for the career fair this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
I invite all students and including you and Sheikh Khairi, if you have time, you can just come and join us this both weekends. Okay. At the same time, you can go jalan-jalan to KLCC if you get bored lah. All right.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Oh, from Dear founder, okay. I think the student would like to connect with you on LinkedIn.
Yeah, you can search me on
Yeah,
LinkedIn.
ada meeting chat, yeah.
Type it in here. LinkedIn. All right. So make sure whenever you go to career fairs, please ask their LinkedIn username. All right. Billy also got question. If we have not a lot, a lot of outstanding achievements, meaning to say we don't have many achievements such as a club committee, how do we make up for it in the resume? All right, good question. If you want to show that you are very active students, okay, I always ask, I always shows that I'm good in academic as well. So how you're going to do it is maybe perhaps you can start sharing about your achievements in your academic. So and of course, Billy, I want you to be more active in any programs that are organized by tailors or be it in tailors or any online program in LinkedIn. Please, if you see that you are not active, I think you need to do something about that. Okay, so please help yourself in getting to know more about what are things. There's so many things that you can venture. Okay, right. I hope this answers your question. Is there any question before we wrap up?
Okay, going one, going twice. No more question from students?
No more, I think.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Anis, once again for spending your time with our students. Hope to see you again soon.
Yep, soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
for
much,
having
Anis.
me. All right.
Thank you so
so
much. Yeah.
See you soon. See you soon.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So student,